sorry. Just making sure it's at the right height now. Hi, so I'm Matt Aiken. I'm the one that's been writing all your Oli programming. It's great, right? I love it. Anyways, all kidding aside, today we're going to talk about blocks. I've been programming some block work over the last few weeks, and it's going to continue into the next month. Obviously percentages are going to change a little bit, rep schemes as well, but similar pulling styles. Now, blocks are a great tool to help you gain that isometric contraction, that being able to engage yourself on the weight, whether it's through your core or your lats, without having the tension of load. So it saves your grip a little bit, but it also makes you work a little harder on understanding what those positions are and how they should feel. So that way when we start working from the floor again, you're feeling that smooth transition and how your body should already feel with that weight in your hands, right? Now, obviously, these are actual positional blocks. They all come apart in different sizes. You have different inches, and then you can set up to the appropriate height. Whoops.
Man down.
We'll edit that out.
Amateur hour.
I know, right? That being said, we added a couple mats on top. We have extra foam mats from some of our platforms. This is hardened rubber. We added this on top to get the top position. So the first position that you guys have had to work with, and you might have already done it, is that high hang or at the hip. So if I were snatching, and I'm going to set myself up, notice the only thing that's left is that last little bit of extension into that hip position, whether it is here and through, or even on the clean, we're in that position where you're going to make contact as you transfer into the last phase of your pull. With this, we're right here at the top, so if we were doing cleans, set up, aggressively make sure that you're setting your back, your weight's in that proper spot in the rear third of your foot as you're going to transfer through in this pull, and then it's just hips up, come through. Now, with our blocks, because we stack the rubber up and we don't have the lip anymore, you want to make sure that you stamp it down, that you're holding on to it. A lot of positional blocks, there's the danger of it bouncing back up randomly, and I want you guys to be aware that we know that, and you need to know what you're doing. Now, say we move on to the next phase, which is that mid-thigh. It's going to be the next pull that you're going to have to do, both with the snatch and the clean. It's not going to be that different. We only had to add 4 inches. For me, I'm 6 foot. It's not that big of a change. You need to still have that engagement. So the high hip one is not literally sitting here, already standing. That's gonna be pretty hard to make anything happen from, right? It was right here, it was in that mid position. We're already in that one. Now, that mid thigh is kind of just an above the knee, maybe a little bit better rate relationship than you think. Whether it's the snatch, same thing, we're going to engage, finish the pull. There we go. Notice blocks broke apart, they bounced up. Now, because of your hand position, with the snatch, this is more representative of a true mid-thigh at this height, right? Because my snatch grip's down here, I'm engaging, I'm in that, maybe that, a little bit more of that mid-foot now. Whereas in my clean, same thing, I've got that tension through my mid-foot, I'm engaging my upper back, but it looks almost as though the bar has moved just slightly lower. It hasn't, it's just the physics of your own arm length, right? So if you have positional blocks, you can break it down into various sizes, 4 inch, 8 inch, 12 inch, all that fun stuff. Awesome, that helps. You can figure out those exact positions we're talking about. Now the next one that we're gonna talk about is below the knee and show what most of you will probably have to do. Hopefully you have rubber weights, right? This is that below the knee position, it's just below my kneecap, whether it is snatch, and you're setting up, creating that tension to help you understand that position, right? Or whether it's the clean. But now here's the big difference. Up here, we were dropping it back onto the blocks, right? We're not gonna do that here. That would be really not smart, okay? So if I were to clean from that below the knee position, stand, and set up again, okay? Don't put them on objects that are small, moving targets, because they slide out. right? Now there's other ways if you have like some of the metal plyo boxes. I've seen people put metal plyo boxes and rubber mats, like giant gymnastics mats. Or, that's true, looks great. Or we have seen some people use benches. Now, I don't recommend this plan because benches are a set height, so it's only gonna work for one of the positions that we have. You would either need to stack something under your feet, which your feet are moving, so that's kind of a bad plan. Or there's a good chance you're gonna break the bench if you have any real weight on it. So, again, be aware, make sure you understand what we're trying to accomplish with these pulls, which is that static contraction, that understanding what these positions feel like in their unloaded set, and you having to create that tension and create load before you pull and explode upward through the lift, right? Well, the other thing is, make sure you know what your equipment is that you're using and do it in the safest way possible. Have some fun, guys.
Cool. Bye.